Hello, and welcome to Science Central. My name is Sarah, and today we're going to be talking about one of our neighboring planets, Mars. Specifically, we're going to be making Mars bubbles using dry ice. Dry ice is solid carbon dioxide, the same stuff that we breathe out. In order to get carbon dioxide into a solid, we have to cool the temperature of it to negative 109 degrees Fahrenheit, or negative 78 degrees Celsius. Because it's so cold, we can't find it naturally on Earth. We have to make it in a lab, which is where I got my dry ice. If we wanted to find it naturally, we'll have to travel outside of Earth to Mars. Let's do that now. So Mars is similar to Earth in a sense that it has a north and a south pole, much colder than the rest of the planet. Let's take a look at the North Pole of Mars. Do you see all that white stuff? Those are the Martian polar ice caps, made almost entirely of dry ice. We can also find dry ice naturally in comets and some of the coldest planets in our solar system, including Uranus and Neptune. Let's take a closer look at my dry ice. Because dry ice is so cold, we have to keep safe. We have these thick gloves to keep our hands from the extreme temperatures of dry ice. And we also have safety goggles. So now that we are all set, let me get a piece of dry ice. All right, let's zoom in a bit on this dry ice. So by the looks of it, it looks just like water ice here on Earth. It's white, and you can kind of see some clouds forming around it. Because it's so cold, it's condensing the water vapor around it into a cloud. It's the same concept as when you go outside on a very cold winter day, and you can see your breath. So let's take this dry ice and put it in a warm container of water. So when dry ice is in a warm environment, it likes to change states. Much like ice here on Earth, ice also changes states when the temperature changes. So ice here on Earth will melt into water. And when that water, let's say, is placed on a stove and heated up, it will turn into a gas or a water vapor. So let's put our dry ice in a warm environment. So dry ice is unique. It's not like the ice we can find here on Earth because dry ice goes through something called sublimation. And sublimation just means that the dry ice is turning from a solid that we can see down here directly into a gas, which we can see in our bubbles. It completely skips the liquid phase. And that's why we can get all of this gas and all of these bubbles coming up. All right, let's take a close look at another liquid. So this is also water, but it has one special ingredient. It has soap. So let me get another piece of dry ice. And we'll place this dry ice inside of our soapy water. So those dry ice bubbles are stirring up our soapy liquid, creating soap bubbles. So these soap bubbles and the gas inside of them is not as cold as dry ice. So I can pop these completely without worry. Isn't that pretty cool? We're trapping the dry ice gas inside of these bubbles. I can even scoop them up and show you here. All right, well, that wraps up this experiment. I hope you had a lot of fun. And remember, science is also fun.